His journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krimbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The Sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League, as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players, the attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Buzaglo and this is the Early Sports Breakfast. How was everyone's weekend? What did you get up to this weekend? I actually had a very, very chilled weekend. I didn't do very much. Sat and watched all of the football, which was great. Actually, that's a lie. I did have a little spa day on Saturday. Went to Shoreditch House and had a little spa, a couple of treatments. That was lovely. But what did you get up to on the weekend? Let us know if you fancy it. We're building up to talkSPORT Breakfast at 6 a.m. with Jeff Stelling and Gabby Agbonlahor this morning. Don't know if it's a good or bad time for Gabby Agbonlahor to be on breakfast, because I think he is going to fully enjoy the defeat for Arsenal at the Emirates yesterday. And Nick is still with me in the studio. Nick, what is coming up over the next hour?
Yeah, we'll start at the Emirates. Arsenal's gap at the top's cut to 4 points. We've got all the reaction to the Premier League weekend, that handball saga at Selhurst Park. Plus, we'll hear from Derek McInnes after Hearts' draw with Celtic and that 3-way Scottish Premiership title race. And we're asking for your goal of the weekend, along with an uplifting song request for a Monday morning. Get involved on the usual number 03717 223344 or WhatsApp or text us on 81089.
All right, let's get into it, shall we? Oh, how are you, Nick?
Yeah, pretty good. Very quiet weekend.
Same.
Didn't have any spa treatments.
I know. I actually forgot when I was saying I sat and watched all the football. I was like, well, I didn't, because I missed West Ham's win.
I watched most of that. West Ham were pretty good. You know that guy, that Argentinian they bought, Tati Castellanos?
Yeah.
He looks
good.
Well up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that game was going to go, but I mean, Forest then winning is a bit annoying for West Ham, isn't it?
Well, the pressure was on there, and good on Forest. I mean, Igor Jesus back from injury.
Lovely goal as well.
Yeah, and I think 5 points the gap between Forest and West Ham. So, you know, West Ham going to try and hunt that down.
And also, I'm not in Tuesday or Thursday this week, so any true crime.
Oh my God, this is dark, right? But I watched Abducted in Plain Sight yesterday.
Just for context, I've watched a lot of true crime documentaries, dramas, whatever.
I bet Jill's seen.
Jill has definitely seen it. It is one of the most mental things I have ever watched. I could not believe what was unfolding.
Morning, Jill, if you're listening.
Morning, Jill, if
I mean,
you're
yeah,
listening. You can't even describe. It's not suitable for radio.
It's not really suitable, but I mean, you know, if you're into sort of the twisted psychology of certain people, then it is an interesting watch. But you know, more pertinently for a Monday. What was your goal of the weekend? We got to do some certified bangers.
Certified bangers. So yeah, every Monday we do this little feature, certified bangers. We pick our goal of the weekend and a song to go with it. So we want your guys' songs. We want your favourite goal of the weekend and your uplifting song for a Monday morning.
So what's yours?
I should have really decided by now, but I'm the most indecisive person ever.
All right.
I can't decide which goal I will like more out of Patrick Dorgu or Mateus Cunha.
Dorgu's was more of a banger.
It was, but I just the angle from Mateus Cunha's from behind was just so perfectly placed. I'm going to go with Dorgu. I'm going to go with Dorgu.
John, song please.
In the misty morning fog with
What are you going for this one for?
Just me.
Yeah, okay.
That's not actually. I actually just went down my Spotify and thought, what song would like make me happy on a Monday morning? And it's Brown Eyed Girl.
Morrison, it's a banger.
Oh, such a classic. I love it. Okay, Nick, what's yours?
I'm keeping mine Championship. Ollie Rathbone, Wrexham. It was 2-2, Wrexham versus QPR. I think it was the 93rd minute or something like that. And ball falls to Ollie Rathbone about 30 yards out, and he absolutely smashes one in. I found out he scored Man United's goal of the month back in 2015 when he was an academy player, because I was looking him up at the weekend, against Derby. Get in touch if any of you Man United fans remember this. Man United under-18s against Derby under-18s in 2015.
Fair play if you do, by the way.
But he hits this volley from about 40 yards out. Anyway, Ollie Rathbone for Wrexham on Friday, and this is.
What's your song?
I think this is on FIFA 97, maybe.
If that doesn't get you in the mood.
Come on, that's the song for a Monday. Let's do this.
Whose do you prefer? That is the question. 81089 on the text. Do you prefer Ollie Rathbone and what's this song actually called?
Darude Sandstorm.
I don't think I would ever have known the actual name for that song. I just know the song.
Late 90s banger.
Or do you prefer Patrick Dorgu's Unbelievable Strike and Brown Eyed Girl? Very different vibes.
Yeah.
Very different vibes. But let us know yours. We want to know your favourite goal of the weekend, followed by an uplifting song for a Monday morning. Thank you very much, Nick.
Nice one.
As always, get in touch 03717 223344, or you can text us as well on 81089. Well, right, let's get into it, shall we? Woo, what a weekend of Premier League football it was. Back-to-back wins for resurgent West Ham. That kicked off our Premier League weekend, and I say it ended. There is still a Monday night game. But Sunday ended with Manchester United's first win at the Emirates since December 2017. It was another crazy weekend of Barclays, and here's how it all sounded on talkSPORT.
Comes back to Matheus Fernandes, who unleashes a rocket. West Ham United given themselves a real chance, a fighting chance of staying in the Premier League.
Manchester City 2, Wolves 0. It came from that left foot of Antoine Semenyo.
And this could just be the winner in stoppage time. Fulham 2, Brighton 1. Who else but Harry Wilson? Talk about Wilson time. There can't be anyone hotter in the Premier League than him.
Burnley 2, Spurs 2. Romero header. Wow, what a header that is.
Bournemouth with a chance at the end, and it's scored! Oh my word! Bournemouth 3. Liverpool 2.
Newcastle 0, Villa 2. Villa's long wait for a win at St James's Park. Surely over now.
It's Fernandes right-footed into the bottom right-hand corner, and Chelsea take full control of this London derby.
Brentford 0, Nottingham Forest 2, and it's Taiwo Awoniyi. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. It's another sensational goal from Mateus Cunha. Their first Premier League win at the Emirates since Jose Mourinho was in charge.
Wow. I didn't see that coming, I'm not going to lie. I thought maybe Man United could nick a draw after what they did against Manchester City. I did not think that was going to happen. And was a draw a fair result? I'm just trying to, watching the game, I don't think Arsenal did enough to win the game. Some brilliant goals in that game as well. I mean, Patrick Dorgu and Mateus Cunha, just unbelievable. And when you're thinking of those players scoring for Manchester United and sort of coming up in the big games, Mateus Cunha now has come off the bench twice and scored twice. Sky Sports actually showed this graphic yesterday after the game. About Arsenal's forward players. Saka, 0 goals in his last 13 appearances in all competitions. Trossard, 1 goal in his last 11 appearances in all competitions. Gyökeres, 0 non-penalty goals in his last 11 Premier League games. Martinelli, 0 goals in the last 13 Premier League appearances. And Noni, 0 goals in his last 25 Premier League appearances. Obviously, that stretches back to Chelsea as well, but it's been 1 whole year since Noni Madueke registered a goal or an assist in the Premier League. Is that good enough from your forward players? Arsenal fans, I would love to hear from you this morning. When you look at those numbers, and listen, it's not all about numbers, but where are the goals coming from? That's a 0-0 against Liverpool, a 0-0 against Forest, and an own goal. Lautaro Martinez, he plays for Inter. Martinez for Man United, he obviously scored an own goal, which was the first goal of the game. So where are the goals coming from? Are you okay with those numbers? I don't know. So is that good enough for a team that are going on to win the league? Because Arsenal, let's face it, have been by far and away the best team in the Premier League this season, and it would be an absolute nightmare if they actually weren't to go on and win it from here. But those numbers from attacking players are probably not good enough if you want to go on and win the league. Diogo Dalot spoke to talkSPORT about Man United's frustrating season and the upturn in form since Michael Carrick has come in.
Obviously, there's no magic portion that you just turn into a game like this and then things come up. I think it's obviously a combination of every frustration that we had all this season, and sometimes you just have the reward a little bit later. And we worked really hard these last 2 games to win. And you could see on the pitch we worked really hard against two very tough teams, and to win those games. I mean, it's really, really important for us, and I think we also deserved as a club, as what we've been doing this season. I mean, we've been through really tough times, but we worked really hard to get these rewards.
Yeah, I mean, the job that Michael Carrick has done has been absolutely unbelievable. It just doesn't, it's like an entirely different team. And they just looked unbelievable against Manchester City. And maybe it wasn't a fluke. Maybe it was, they looked really, really good against Arsenal as well. But can they carry it on? No Europe as well for Manchester United. So basically, is that European, that 4th spot there? It does feel like the top 3 is the top 3. But really, should they be getting that last Champions League spot? I say last, probably go down to 5th as well, won't it? Elsewhere in the Premier League, it was back-to-back wins for West Ham. Christian Romero saved the day. How many times? I feel like we've said that so many times over the last few games. For Spurs, it's 5 wins in their last 20 games in all competitions for Spurs. But they're going well in the Champions League. Got a big game against Frankfurt on Wednesday. Harry Wilson again for Fulham, by the way, doing wonders for my fantasy team. Go on, Harry Wilson. No Haaland, no problem for Manchester City. Although a weird decision in that game, the handball where the referee went over to the monitor. It was his first Premier League game and decided to stick with the on-field decision of no penalty, which we don't see very often. Bournemouth, Liverpool, what is going on at Liverpool? Amin Adli with a 95th minute winner. Igor Jesus, scoring a brilliant goal for Forest against Brentford. They won 2-0. Esteval, I like it. I did like it very much, actually. His goal was absolutely brilliant. The composure he showed for an 18-year-old. But again, controversial. Was it controversial? A handball decision that I've sort of seen 2 different explanations on as well, so not sure about that one. And a huge win for Aston Villa away at Newcastle. And yeah, without Bruno Guimaraes, Newcastle do tend to struggle. Villa now on the same points as Manchester City. And so do we have a 3-way title race in England? We definitely have a 3-way title race in Scotland, because what a title race developing that is. Hearts manager Derek McInnes says he needs to take time to enjoy being top of the Scottish Premiership. Hearts have a 4-point advantage after drawing 2-2 with Celtic, and McInnes says it shows how far Hearts have come when a draw at the Champions is a disappointment.
Yeah, listen, to come back twice against a team like Celtic, you need to do so much right. So, but underneath it all has got to be character and belief, and I thought that was screaming at the players today. I think they all connected with each other, the effort. We just wanted that wee bit of fire and ice. The fire was there, the tempo was there, the aggression was there at the right moments, but we still needed to bring quality, and we've got that from set plays today. But in open play, we needed to do better because we had some good chances to really score more than we did. But a good point in the end, I suppose. But obviously, we came to get 3 points today, and I think on the basis of chances, it was we were closer to getting the 3 points than Celtic were, and great effort for everybody throughout.
Yeah, so Hearts still top on 51 points, and Rangers are up to second after a 3-0 win against Dundee. They are 4 points off the top currently. Today, we are asking you the question: are Arsenal's fans going to lose them the title? On final words, Steve, the Arsenal fan, called for Arteta to go if they don't win the league this season.
You spend £63 million on Eze in the summer. You spend £52 million on Madueke. And it just can't get them into the system. And going back to when I was listening to talkSPORT a couple of weeks ago, everyone's saying that Gyökeres is not the man. We could have Harry Kane or Erling Haaland leading the line for us.
Steady, Steve. Steady.
If you can't get your striker into the game, how do you expect him to score, Alan? I mean, for me, if Arteta doesn't get over the line this season, he's got to go at the end of the season. He's been backed. He's been backed 110% in the summer. And I was saying to myself earlier, I think if Emery or Wenger would have been backed the way he's been backed, then who knows what would have come.
If you're an Arsenal fan, get in touch this morning. Do you agree with what Steve is saying? Steve is saying that if Arsenal don't win the Premier League, then Arteta needs to go. I think this frustration obviously comes from them being by far and away the best team in the Premier League this season, but now the gap is only 4 points. It has sort of blown the title race wide open, and I suppose it's how Arsenal react from here. But also the Emirates yesterday, you could tell on the TV that it was silent. They were nervous. Obviously, they haven't really been, I suppose they have been in a situation like this before, but it didn't end well. But their fans, it's just, I feel like the players can feel nervous energy from the fans at the Emirates, and could that be their downfall this season? Let us know, 81089 on the text. And we also want your goal of the weekend plus an uplifting song for a Monday morning. So this is perfect. This is how we want you to do it. Baz, the villain, has said Emi Buendia's Rocket versus Newcastle, and that's entertainment by The Jam, up the Villa. Send in text exactly like that. 03717 223344, or you can text us as well, 81089. You're listening to Early Sports Breakfast with me, Olivia Buzaglo. It's 5:18. Up next, we'll go over the back pages and take a closer look at the Championship. Good morning. I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is the early sports breakfast this morning. Thank you for your company. How was everyone's weekend? Did you have a lovely weekend? What did you get up to? We'll get into texts in a minute. We're asking you for your weekend banger. Let me know your favourite goal of the weekend and an uplifting song this Monday morning. 81089 is the number to text. We're building up to talkSPORT breakfast at 6 a.m. with Jeff Stelling and a very, very happy Gabby Agbonlahor. A few more things you need to know this morning. Leicester have sacked Martí Cifuentes as manager. That's after the 2-1 loss to Oxford United on Saturday. It was their 11th defeat this season. Currently 14th in the table. Former midfielder Andy King will take charge on an interim basis. Manchester City have a 9-point lead at the top of the WSL thanks to a late winner in a 2-1 victory at the London City Lionesses. United are up to 4th after easing past Aston Villa 4-1. And after a dramatic win for the Seattle Seahawks over the LA Rams, the Seahawks will face the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl on February the 8th. Here's how Seattle's 31-27 win over the Pats sounded on talkSPORT.
It's over. Seattle has won. The Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. The Seahawks are going to Super Bowl 60. It's their first trip to the Super Bowl in 11 years. It's a rematch with the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. They win tonight over the Rams, 31-27.
So yeah, that's the Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl on February the 8th. For more on all the latest stories, you can go over to talksport.com. You can also watch us on your smart TV. Samsung, LG, Fire TV, Apple, Chromecast, Android, Google, everywhere. Prime Video. You can watch us wherever you want. To the Championship now then. Portsmouth boss John Mousinho felt they could have won their 1-1 draw at home to rival Southampton. The game was live for you on talkSPORT 2. Mousinho thought Portsmouth were unlucky not to nick it.
Definitely towards the end. I thought we were much likelier to win it. I thought we had a couple of breaks, a couple of really good opportunities without creating chances. Marlon probably had the shot from the edge of the box, but apart from that, we got into some good areas and didn't quite create enough. But I think you look back at the game and I think it was a really fair result overall. I think more psychologically important today was the fact that we didn't lose the derby going a goal down. So of course we wanted to win the game. It's a nice bonus that we've come out of the relegation zone, but I think it just sets us up nicely for the rest of the season, particularly at home. I mean, the fans would have gone home in a very, very different mood had we lost it. So I think that was the most important thing today, and the coming out of the relegation zone is a bonus.
Yeah, so Portsmouth are 1 point clear of the relegation zone after that draw. Elsewhere in the Championship, what a win it was for Wrexham. They're into the playoffs. Ollie Rathbone with a screamer. That is Nick's goal or banger, of the weekend. So what a season they're having. Could it be back-to-back promotions for Wrexham? Middlesbrough are 3 points off the top. They beat 10-man Preston at 4-0. And also Barry Bannon said a tearful farewell to Sheffield Wednesday fans. The club are in administration. Where is Bannon off to? Obviously, he spent 10 years at Sheffield Wednesday. He's made 435 league appearances. You could see how emotional he was at the end with those fans as well. Championship leaders Coventry. Can they extend their lead at the top to 6 points? They'll need to win against Norwich, and that game is live for you on talkSPORT tonight. If I was Coventry, I'd just be like, just keep that gap between you and Ipswich. Just keep that gap. Currently 8 points, both on the same amount of games. So actually, could be 11. And that's all you need to know, because Coventry finish 1 or 2, doesn't really matter. No, you're still going up. Come on, Super Frank. You can send us a WhatsApp or you can send us a text on 81089, your banger of the weekend plus an uplifting song for a Monday morning. These are the vibes of the text we want. Daniel said Cunha and Hakuna Matata. I quite like that. I quite like that from Daniel. I'm not going to lie. Lee Rose said Chris Richards for Palace and things can only get better. Oh, God, poor Palace fans. Baz the Villain, we've already mentioned this one, Buendia, and that's entertainment. David has said Dorgu and Under Pressure by Queen. I quite like that as well. Arsenal fans are probably not going to like that. And Dave in Sussex, Esteval and Keep On Running by the Spencer Davies Group. I like that as well, because when he was carried on running, I was like, is he gonna mess it up? Is he gonna mess it up? No, he's a Brazilian wonder kid. Of course he's not going to mess it up. Keep those coming in. We want to hear your weekend banger and your uplifting song for a Monday morning at 81089 on the text. And Arsenal fans, get in touch. Are your nervous fans going to cost you the title? Or if you support someone else, do you think Arsenal's fans could play a part in Arsenal winning or not winning the title? Let us know. 03717 2233 44. It's 5:26. Time now to have a look at the back pages. Nick's with me in the studio. All dominated by Man United, I assume?
Yeah, some good headlines. Back of the Daily Express. Couldn't you believe it?
Oh, I quite like that.
Not bad, is it?
Couldn't you believe it?
And then the Star have also gone for couldn't you believe it? That's talkSPORT. Arsenal 2, Man United 3. Title wobble. Can we call it a wobble?
I don't think you can call it a wobble yet. No, I think how they react. Leeds away is such a tough game. That's not when you've not won in 3. You've only picked up 2 points in that time.
And you've got to go.
And you've got to go to Ellen Road. No, thank you.
I've been there once. I was at uni in Leeds. Shout out to Leeds. Probably the greatest city in the country. Maybe
got Chick-fil-A as well.
Top 3. They got Chick-fil-A, have they?
All right. I need to get to Leeds. Can someone just send me to Leeds on a work trip so I can go to the Chick-fil-A?
Can someone just send some Chick-fil-A down?
Yeah. Or send some Chick-fil-A
have that
down.
Power.
Yeah.
Arsenal lack mental strength. This is according to club legend Patrick Vieira. Matt Law in the Daily Telegraph's had a chat with him. Vieira saying it was a disappointing performance. When you're top of the table, you expect to win the game at home, especially against United. This is Vieira talking. They're still 4 points clear, but there's still questions about the mental strength of the team. I think there was a lack of aggression. Too many players failed to deliver. Do you think Arteta's, do you see he made those like 4 subs in one go? Do you think that seemed a little bit extreme as well? Like a little bit too chaotic, maybe?
Yeah. But also, like, their forwards are just not firing. If you heard me reading out those numbers, it's like 0, 0, 0, 0.
Just praying for Havertz to come back.
This is what I mean, but it's like...
just play Mourinho up top. He keeps
Yeah. It felt like Declan Rice was playing on another level to everyone yesterday. That's what it just felt like. It felt like he was up for it, but it didn't feel like anyone else really was.
There's a picture of Declan Rice on the back of the Daily Mail, actually, with his head in his shirt. Also, very quickly before I go, Liverpool have decided against selling Andy Robertson this month. This is Lewis Steele on the back of the Daily Mail. Spurs were talking to Liverpool about maybe picking him up for $5 million, but Liverpool now saying, they don't really have alternatives. Probably a sensible move from Liverpool.
It's definitely a sensible move, 100%, because the situation Liverpool are in at the moment, I think they need all of the players and all of the experience they can get, and it feels like, sending Andy Robertson to Spurs, I just don't think would be wise, so I can completely understand that decision.
And I think Flamengo have come back with a third improved bid for Lucas Paquetá, something like $35.75 million. This is Jacob Steinberg in the back of the Guardian.
I'll just let him go now, no?
Remains to be seen whether West Ham try and hold on to him. Flamengo are very excited to get him back.
And I think he quite clearly wants to go back.
Yeah.
But also, West Ham are doing well now.
And is it Pablo up front they got alongside Tati Castellanos? Those two were bang up for it the other day.
And Jared Bowen looked good. And
there you go.
Yeah, maybe it's all rosy.
Let the boy go home.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nick. As always, that was a view of today's back pages. With talkSPORT's Nick Ellaby. It is just coming up to 5:30. I'm Olivia Buzaglo. You are listening to Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Up next, we'll have some fun with the front pages and we'll get an update on the Australian Open.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
I'm Olivia Buzaglo. This is the early sports breakfast here on talkSPORT. We're building up to breakfast this morning in 25 minutes with Jeff Stelling and Gabby Agbonlahor this morning from 6 a.m. These are some of your headlines this Monday morning. It seems Liverpool will not let Andy Robertson leave for Spurs this January. The club say they don't have the alternatives available to let Robertson leave now. Flamengo are confident of landing Lucas Paqueta from West Ham. We understand a new improved offer has been made, but the timing of Paqueta's exit is still to be determined. And Joe Root's told talkSPORT he's backing Harry Brooks to be the right man to take England forward. Brooks apologised for that altercation with a nightclub bouncer ahead of the Ashes, and after England levelled their one-day series in Sri Lanka, Root came out in support of Harry Brooks, the leader.
I've had plenty of difficult months as captain, and unfortunately it's part and parcel of the job, and it's something that you wear heavy as an individual. You know, you got this great privilege to captain your country, and you know, he's a fantastic human being. He's a great leader. He's made a mistake. He's apologised for it, and you know, he was desperate to take this team forward and take us on to great things. And you know, I think that he's very capable of doing that, and certainly the right man to do that. So, you know, I think this is great for him, and like I say, I hope we can build on it next game as well.
For more on all the biggest stories, you can go to talksport.com. Our top story on early breakfast this morning is Michael Carrick's Man United have just added some spice, a little bit of spice to the title race with a 3-2 win at the Emirates. So we are asking you the question, are the nervous Arsenal fans affecting their team's title chances? Ibra has called up this morning. Morning, Ibra. You were at the game last night, weren't you?
Yeah, morning, Natalie. Yeah, I was. And like I said to Nick earlier, the booing was out of order. It was just completely, you know, you lose games. Like Mikel said, you're going to lose games. You're going to have bumps in the road. and the mental strength will show in the next game against Leeds. And rightly, you guys said, Leeds aren't the ideal team to go to, but it'll show our test and our nerve in terms of, people saying that we're bottling it. But at the end of the day, everyone's going to lose a game.
Yeah, it's how you react. Ibra, it's Olivia, not Natalie.
Olivia.
No, it's fine. You're all good. Don't worry. Yesterday, I know you said the booing was out of order. On the TV when we were watching it, I just felt like it felt silent for a lot of that game. Am I right in thinking that the Emirates felt nervous yesterday?
There was a little bit of nerves before the game, I think, because it's Man United. But to be honest with you, the preparation during the week, I've been up to date with their training. The only problem I find with Arsenal, and I find it so frustrating, is that we don't push forward. I mean, I'll give you an example if I've got time. I mean, Ethan Wanieri has gone to Marseille, and I saw the highlights of that game yesterday. And he scored a wonder goal where he picked up the ball more or less in his own half, and he just drove all the way. And we don't have a player of that calibre.
Yeah.
We don't have a Semenyo or a Morgan Rogers who can do that. And it's frustrating because we've got the talent there, But going back to winning a league, I've always said it. I always ring this show up in the morning, and I've always said it most of the season that we're going to win the Premier League and we're going to win the Champions League.
Ibra, I'm not going to lie. I hope you're wrong. I do think you'll win I do think you'll win the Premier League, though. I still do think you will, but like you say, it's how Arsenal react now after these last 3 games, 2 draws and a defeat. Thank you so much for calling in, Ibra, this morning. 81089 on the text. Do you feel like Arsenal fans are getting a little bit nervous? Was it a little bit nervous inside the Emirates yesterday? And is that affecting the players? Can they feel that nervous energy? 03717 223344. We've got Arsenal's Carabao Cup semi-final second leg with Chelsea. That's live for you on talkSPORT next Tuesday. Right, let's time to get into a bit of Australian Open tennis. Toby Gillis is in the studio with me. Hello.
Morning, Natalie. No, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Right, let's get into what's been happening at the Australian Open. Madison Keys is out then.
Yes.
So who do you feel is going to replace her as the champ?
She was beaten comprehensively, by the way, by Jessica Pegula today. 2 breaks to 1 in both sets, and it was really comfortable. Those two podcast hosts together, they'd had a pre-match bet, and Madison Keys' punishment, I'm not sure if I fancy this. I suspect you wouldn't either. She's got to eat apple pie with melted cheddar cheese over it.
Oh!
What's worse, losing your title or that?
That, definitely. That's disgusting.
I think so. Apparently,
I sort of need to know how that tastes.
Well, I sort of feel like Jessica Pegula explained it in her post-match interview. She said she's got Canadian grandparents, and they have told... So these two are both American, but she's got Canadian grandparents, and she said, they've told me that it's a Canadian Thanksgiving speciality, and so I'm going to make Madison Keys try it.
Oh, gosh. Okay, Madison Keys, if you're listening, which I doubt you are, but if you are, can you let us know how it tastes? I'm quite intrigued.
Sure. Maybe Jessica knows herself. I don't know.
Assuming so.
I've actually, in preparation, magic of radio, it's almost like I knew you were going to ask me who I think is going to replace her as title winner. I've gone through everyone that's still in. I won't read them all to you, and my thoughts on each. The obvious one is Aryna Sabalenka, 2-time champion, beaten in the final, surprisingly, by Keys last time out. I don't think she's been at her best yet in this tournament.
Good sign, though.
But she's got, well, maybe, she hasn't dropped a set yet. And she's got this ridiculous tie-break record. She's now won 20 tie-breaks in a row.
Wow. Which
beat Novak Djokovic's record in her previous match. So she's clutch, basically. She comes good when she needs to, and she is the world number 1 for a reason. She's the difficult one to get past. Iga Swiatek plays later on in her last 16 match. She's got an Australian qualifier who has done incredibly well just to get to this point. So we would expect her to get through. She's, of course, looking for the career Grand Slam. Nowhere near her best at this moment in time. I'm not sure she'll be there. My one to look out for, yet to win a Grand Slam, Amanda Anisimova has just got through in the last half an hour, plays Jessica Pegula next. Nice. number 4 seed. I think this might be the breakout year for her.
Oh, okay, nice, very nice. It was a Djokovic walkover today. Is
Yes.
that a blessing or a curse?
Well, he's 38. I think probably, that any time off that he gets at 38 is good. But equally, momentum matters in Grand Slams. He will play Lorenzo Musetti, who has in the last few minutes beaten Taylor Fritz. Number 5 seed, Musetti. The TNT commentator, TNT sponsoring our coverage of the Australian Open this year, described his performance as like a god. And it genuinely was outstanding. Taylor Fritz is one of the fighters of men's tennis, and he was destroyed in straight sets. Djokovic will do really well to get past Musetti, and he might need all the rest he can possibly get before that match.
Toby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. There was Toby Gillis with a little update on the Australian Open tennis.
The Australian Open update on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Every set exclusively live on TNT Sports. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Great text in there.
Thank you, everyone, for getting in touch this morning. Today, we're asking you for your banger of the weekend, plus an uplifting song for a Monday. And Jill says Cunha was the best goal, ? Is that saying, was Cunha the best goal?
I think she didn't give us a song, Jill. We need a song.
Nah, Jill, come on, Jill.
Jill was last week's winner,
We
though.
need a song. Jill was last week's winner.
Yeah.
James has texted in, Mateus Fernandez, working my way back to you. I like that a lot. And Stephen Somerset says, Dorgu, best banger, and Club Tropicana by Wham. I actually heard that this morning somewhere and thought that is an uplifting song. So, Steve, I'm on your vibe. Carl in Margate has said, Arteta and slip sliding away. Carl, sorry, I'm not quite sure you've got the gist of the whole thing here. It's meant to be your banger of the weekend, so a goal. So maybe you'll do Dorgu's goal and slip sliding away.
He's just trying to have a go.
Arteta. Send us a text 81089. It is just coming up to 5:45. It's time now for this.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move!
The front page is first on the early sports breakfast.
talkSPORT.
Nick's back with us for a look at the lighter stories on the front pages. So I'm Natalie, and you're some bloke from...
Some bloke and Natalie with
yeah.
Early Sports Breakfast. Loving it. I've got to be quick with this one, right? I've not got much time left. But E.T. swims on moon of Jupiter. Sinking ice on Jupiter's moon Europa may be slowly feeding alien life in its vast frozen ocean, right? Boffins at Washington State University say it could carry the essential chemicals which gives life. So potentially, we keep hearing it, life is out there. I was just wondering, which footballer do you think is most likely to be an alien?
I don't know. You should put me on the spot here, Nick.
Really put you on the spot.
Yeah.
It's got to be Haaland, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ronaldo?
Messi.
The original Ronaldo?
I think he's more alien. I think Messi's the most alien.
There you
Because
go.
the most alien is just out of this world, and that's Messi.
You've heard it here first. Danny Dyer in tears on Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins. She called Jared Bowen. The finals tonight, apparently, final episode on Channel 4 tonight. SAS Who Dares Wins. Danny said, "This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life." Jared on the phone replied, "Go all the way because you know you want it. You've got this far."
Oh, sweet.
Lovely motivational message for a Monday.
She's crazy doing that, by the way.
You ever been homesick anyway? Did you ever get homesick?
Yeah.
I once did it once at Cub Camp when I was very little, and that was it. After that, I was fine.
Aww.
Now I love
being away. No,
Yeah, I just love being away.
I love being at home. I love being home. I don't think I've ever got homesick. I'm trying to think of like when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Last one, very quickly. Do you like pork scratchings?
Yeah.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, really good.
Well, a mum says she's never been so ill after she was one of 179 people poisoned by dodgy pork scratchings. I'm not going to read out the side effects. Best bar snack?
Oh, best bar snack.
Yeah.
I think nuts are quite good.
Yeah.
As bar snack.
Which nuts, though?
Anything salted.
Cashew? Peanut?
Yeah. I'm easy. I'll eat whatever.
Just a bowl of mixed nuts.
A bowl of mixed nuts.
The one on the counter that everyone touches.
No. From a packet. I'm not putting my hands where other people's hands have been.
There we go.
Gross.
And I've got to go and choose what the best song is.
What's yours, by the way?
What, my
Best bar snack.
bar snack. Do you know those hot nuts they used to do, like the chili hot nuts?
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
Love those. Right, let us know your favourite bar snack. 81089 on the text. We want your banger of the weekend, followed by an uplifting song this Monday morning. And this is Early Sports Breakfast with me, Olivia Buzaglo. It's 5:46.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
That's so good. A very good morning. This is the Early Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT with me, Olivia Buzaglo. We're building up to breakfast at 6 a.m. with Jeff Stelling and Gabby Agbonlahor. You're probably wondering, if you've just tuned in, why you're hearing Hakuna Matata. Why? Because we are asking you this morning for your banger of the weekend and an uplifting song to go with it. And Daniel is our winner this Monday morning. He picked Mateus Cunha's goal and Hakuna Matata.
I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned.
This is my favourite part of a Monday.
And oh, the shame! What's a change? What a change in my name!
Oh, it's brilliant. Well done to Daniel. Mateus Cunha's goal against Arsenal and Hakuna Matata. Thank you for you if you sent in a request. And we will do this every single Monday. Right now, it is competition time.
Win a trip to South Africa with the Barmy Army on talkSPORT.
Yes, England are touring South Africa next winter. As always, the Barmy Army will be there in full force, and you could be too. We're giving away a week for two at the 2027 New Year's Test in Cape Town. Every day of the match at one of the world's greatest cricket grounds, with flights, hotel and spending money all covered. 2 seats right in the mix among the official Barmy Army supporters. Here is how to enter. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or you can call 0343 418 7260. Lines close the 6th of February 2026 at 4 p.m. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK residents only. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's are at talksport.com. So for your chance to win a week to South Africa for two, text WIN to 83338 right now.
Win a trip to South Africa with the Barmy Army on talkSPORT.
We've got all the reaction to Arsenal's defeat to Manchester United. We just had an Arsenal fan on that was moaning about their lack of forward players. Well, John's called up. Grimsby and Manchester United fan. Not quite sure how that works, John. But very good morning. And I think you'd like to say something that goes against what the Arsenal fan said a little bit earlier. Am I right?
Totally. Good morning. Right, when he said that Nwaneri's gone away on loan to Marseille, and the next thing that come out of his mouth I find, flabbergasted, is that they've got no attacking players like Nwaneri. They've got Saka, Madueke, Trossard, Martinelli, Eze. Do I need to go on? I swear down these Arsenal fans are looking for excuses now for losing. I just found it scandalous in the amount of money they've spent on these attacking players, and he's just come out and said they've got no attacking players like this young lad that's gone away to get experience.
Yeah, I see your point, because I read out some numbers earlier. Saka 0 goals in 13, Trossard 1 goal in 11, Gyökeres 0 non-penalty goals in his last 11, Martinelli no goals in his last 13, Noni 0 goals in his last 25. So that's why they're frustrated, but they've only got them. That's their players. Do you know what I mean? But from a Manchester, let's forget Arsenal because Arsenal obviously they're still top of the league. They've still been the best team in the league. I want to talk to you just quickly, John, about Man United and this turnaround for Michael Carrick. Did you see this coming at all?
I think the biggest thing that for me with Carrick coming in and Amorim going is just a change of formation.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing. And the formation that Amram was playing isn't the United way. It's a foreign way of playing, and there's only 2 teams that play that way and do it consistently and very well. And you've got his Palace and Brentford. Obviously, Chelsea tried it, but didn't win much with it.
Yeah.
It's just these foreign managers that come in and think that it'll work, and it doesn't work in the Premier League. It's not the English way of playing, and I just think it stifles every player that we have, and it's not the way. And I just think that was the biggest issue, as well as these managers being so stubborn. I just do not understand it.
Yeah. John, thank you so much. What I would say is Antonio Conte did win the league playing a 3 at the back. But that is what he won. That was the only thing he won. But yeah, great call. Thank you so much for calling in this morning, John. Yeah, that was all the reaction to Arsenal's defeat to Manchester United. We've got coming up today for you on talkSPORT. The Premier League weekend isn't quite finished. Everton against Leeds is a talkSPORT exclusive tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff presented by Adrian Durham. Sam Matterface and former Manchester United captain Steve Bruce will be your commentary team for that one. And a big game in the Championship as Coventry look to extend their lead at the top. That's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive presented by Hugh Woozencroft, comms and Mike Saul and former England striker Dean Ashton. Talking of the Premier League and the game this evening, then Leeds manager Daniel Farke says his team can't be complacent despite their good run of form in the Premier League. It's 1 defeat in 9, 5 points clear of the relegation zone. But Farke knows it won't take much for them to be dragged in a battle for survival.
We have a chance to achieve our goals, but if we give 1% less or invest 1% more or think, okay, right now we don't have to go physically over the line or in terms of team spirit over the line, then there is no chance for us as an only promoted side to win enough points.
Everton against Leeds is live for you on talkSPORT from 7 p.m. tonight with an 8 o'clock kickoff. And finally, Jeff Stelling is getting ready. It's nearly 6 a.m. It's talkSPORT breakfast from 6 a.m. with Gabby Agbonlahos. It's just time to play you this on Friday's show. Ray Parlour dressed up as Claudia Winkleman alongside our own traitor, Shabana Hearn.
We're going to be building up to the Traitors finale in just a second, but very, very pleased to say we've now been joined live in the studio this morning by the host of the Traitors. Claudia Winkleman is here. Morning, Claudia.
How are you? How is my fringe today?
You look lovely, but you've gone for less eyeliner.
Well, you know.
It's early, darling, isn't it?
I'm really, really excited about the Traitor final tonight. Whoever wins. Wait a minute.
You look, yeah. Yeah,
my eyes.
It gets in your eyes, doesn't it?
Lovely.
The old
fringe.
The old bangs, yeah.
Anyway, I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, you've got
a
really...
£100,000 winner.
I think you've got right into this. To be fair, I'm getting a bit worried. A little bit worried.
Down the Rose later in this.
Oh, brilliant. Ray looked great as Claudia, didn't he? Right, it is nearly coming up till 6 a.m. We were asking for your best bar snacks very late on in the show, but Tom, the Forest fan, has got in touch. Scampi fries, best bar snack. Good shout. I think underrated as well. There's loads more coming up then on talkSPORT Breakfast today. Joining Jeff and Gabby on talkSPORT Breakfast is Sheffield United's Ben Mee. Will be on the show, which is very exciting. Ex-Leeds and Everton striker Jermaine Beckford previews tonight's game, and former Palace midfielder John Solarco is on the way as well. You've been listening to Early Sports Breakfast with me, Olivia Buzaglo. Jeff and Gabby on the way next.